guys, so to start off this tutorial, I already went ahead and I moisturized my skin. I used my Kiehl's Ultra Facial Moisturizer. I also went ahead and did my eye primer, which I used my Urban Decay Potion Primer in Original. And now we're going to go ahead and start with the shadow. So for today, the first palette we're going to go in with was the LC Cosmetics Minimalist palette. So I'm first going to go ahead and take the shade Blank Start. And I'm going to go ahead and place this right underneath my brow for my brow bone highlight. I'm using my Sigma E25 blending brush. I just go ahead and now sweep it under my eye. I used to press it, but I just feel like it looks a lot softer and natural when you just kind of sweep it across the eye. Next, going in with my Sigma blending, this is the E40 brush. I'm going to go ahead and take the shade Tone Up, which is a really beautiful transition shade. And I'm going to go ahead and place this right into my crease and really make sure it's nice and blended because, like I said, this is our transition shade. Then I'm going to go in with my MAC 217 blending brush, and I'm going to take the shade Warmth, which I believe that's what it is. And it's a really, really beautiful, warm, kind of brick orangey kind of color. And I'm going to start to put this right into my outer corner, and I'm also going to blend this into the crease a little bit. Not too high, not as high as I did the transition shade, but just applying this right into the outer corner first, and then blending it into the crease. Okay, I'm just going to leave it like that for right now. We can always go in and add a little bit more. Next, I'm going to take the brown shade in this palette, which is called In Depth, which is a really, really beautiful matte brown. And I'm going to start to put this right in the outer corner and just leave it kind of in the outer corner. I'm going to blend it into the crease a little bit, but not too much. I'm mainly going to focus this shadow right in the outer corner. I'm just putting a little right now because we will go in and add a lid shade, but I'm just adding a little bit right now, and then we can go ahead and add more and build it up later on. Now for our lid shade, I'm going to go into my Jaclyn Hill palette, and this is going to be the only shadow that I use outside of the Minimalist palette. So I'm going to go in with this really beautiful golden shade, and I'm taking my MAC 242 brush. I'm first going to place this shadow down, and then I am going to go ahead and wet my brush. You can use Fix Plus, you can use I use my Mario Badescu, facial spray, but any kind of wet product that you have, dampen your brush, and then we're going to really intensify this shadow with the same shadow. Now we're going to take the final color in the Minimalist palette, which is Smoke Out, which is the black. And I'm just going to go ahead and create a very thin line with this shadow right on my lower lash line because I don't want to do wing. And I just really love the look of having a black line and then kind of smoking it out in the outer corner. So taking that black, I'm just going to go very, very lightly in and just place it right along the lash line. And that's also going to really help when we put false lashes down because it's going to blend the false lashes into our eye look so they're not just going to stand out and look false, you know what I mean? I'm also going to add a little bit of the black right to my outer corner. So as you can see, I'm kind of building it up a little bit in this outer corner. Not too much. I don't want it to be crazy, crazy smoky, but I am going to build it up just a little bit. And then going back with my MAC 217, this is where I'm just going to go back and blend that black. I'm going to go back and blend the black into our eye look. So it gives it a little bit of smokiness, but not too much. And then for our lashes today, I'm actually going to be using these ones. They're actually a no-name brand. I got them off of Amazon because I had seen a lot of people write really good reviews about them. They were $3 for a pack of 3, and I actually really like them. I wanted to try them out before I went ahead and put them on any of my clients or anything, and I really do like them. So I will link them down below for you guys, but being that this look is so versatile, honestly, any lash that you have will do.
Alright guys, so I switched over to do voiceover just because I had to take a phone call and I thought it would just be easier for me to do voiceover with the face products. So next I went ahead and put my primer down. This is the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. I just went ahead and put that all over the face. And then for foundation today, I'm going to be using the Becca Complexion Cream, the one I talked about in my favorites. I mixed olive and bamboo together to get my color. Put that down first with a concealer brush and then using my Sigma F88 brush. This is an angled kabuki brush. I just went ahead and blended all of that out out, I also dampened my brush a little bit with my Mario Badescu facial herbs and aloe water spray, you know what I mean. For my concealer today, I went in with my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. I went ahead and concealed obviously under my eyes, and I also highlighted my face just so that everything balanced out. So I just had a little bit of dimension and just everything was brought forward obviously with the highlighting, and then using that same foundation brush to blend it out. To set everything, I use my RCMA No Color Powder. I use my Sigma F35 brush to go ahead and set the under eyes, and like I said, I did set the smile lines and the rest of my face using this powder as well, just kind of dusting it all over the face, and then the T-zone and areas like that, that's where I press it in. Now for brows, I'm just using my Sigma Brow Duo. I don't know, for the summertime and just being hot, I feel like I've just normally been using just the regular powder instead of going in with a brow pencil. So I'm filling the inner corner in with the lighter color in the powder, and I'm going to go in with the darker color in the outer corner. For highlighting, or actually for contouring, I'm using the Highlight and Contour Palette from IBY Beauty. This is the thing that I got in my BoxyCharm, but I've really been loving it this month. So I'm just going to go ahead and contour my face with that. For blush, I'm going to be using my favorite recently, which is MAC Warm Soul. I'm using my Spotlight Duster brush by Sigma. This is the F35, I believe. Just applying that all over the cheeks and the apples of my cheeks. And then for highlight, I'm going in with the tried and true Becca Cosmetics Champagne Pop, just to have that really beautiful natural glow. Now back to the eyes, I'm going to go back into the LC Cosmetics palette and take the shade Tone Up. I'm using my same MAC 217 blending brush that we used before. I actually mixed a little bit of Tone Up and Warm Up, actually, I believe. Then going in with my short shader brush by Sigma, going in with the brown shade in the palette just to go ahead and deepen up the lower lash line, going from outer corner all the way to inner corner with this color, and then again back with my blending brush, just making sure I really make sure it's nice and blended. This step is optional, but I did put a little bit of the black in the outer corner just to bring the whole look together and add just a little bit more smokiness and definition to the lower lash line. For inner corner highlight, I'm going back in with Becca Champagne Pop just to have that glow in the inner corner. And then to go ahead and do eyeliner in my waterline, I'm taking my Tarte Skinny Smolder eyeliner in Onyx. And then to finish up the eyes, I'm going in with my MAC Extended Play Giga Black Mascara, applying a good coat of that to the bottom lashes, and now onto the lips, where I'll be using my Jordana lip liner. This is in the shade Rock and Rose. Being that this is a really nice kind of golden summer glam look, I usually have been doing just very, very light with the lips, and by that I mean just going in with a liner, maybe a little bit of lipstick, but most of the time I just go with a little bit of liner and then I add gloss on top. So with that liner, I'm going to go in and line them and fill them in. Then going in with my Bare Minerals lip gloss, I believe this is in the shade Totally. I'm going to go ahead and apply this all over the lips just as a nice glossy finish. And then I'm going to go ahead and just apply a little bit of the Becca Cosmetics Liquid Crystal lip glosses right in the center. This one is in Champagne Dream and Bellini. So after that, your look is complete. I hope you guys enjoy. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.